Honestly, I just like to get things out of the way to make sure that everything's just looking awesome and stuff. So this is just me being myself and then being myself again. I don't know why, but it's something I just needed to do. I mean, if you guys get it, sure. Hello, you. Welcome to the show. And I'm not welcome to the show at all. Like, yes. Hey, you. Nice of you guys to drop by. Going through the vents like that, huh? Going through the vents. I love it. Oh, we can't beat an AK, especially if we got expert bots on the field. Handling the very best of my life. Of my life. All my life. Bing bong. You were already that close. Sure. Sure. Oh, okay. How to be surrounded and not be shot? That's not possible. It really isn't. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about Oplan Tokham. Basically, the Supreme Court is being asked that Oplan Tokham be considered unconstitutional because, let's just be real, anything in relation to the drug war that caused casualties, mounting casualties from unnecessary indiscriminate killings from vigilantes and cops. Basically, any operation that actually does that should be considered illegal, especially if they instill fear into people. Like, sons and daughters have been lost because of actually what happened. Okay, I'm not really in the mood to actually let Oplan Tokham become a constitutional standard. No, absolutely not. Any operation that has happened in an administration at all in the Philippines that had incurred civilian casualties in an alarming amount, okay, it should be really just be considered illegal. It should really just be considered illegal, and they should have there should be no way to bring it back in any future administration, because there's no way to simply remove the effect of drugs and the distribution of drugs using brute force. Okay, I first believed it would work because if there were a plan, but I know that it's always ugly. Actually, considering it's called a war, it's always called a conflict and stuff like that. But I believe if there was a plan, there could really be a way to actually curb drug distribution. I really believed that at first, but I was someone who was skeptic because I didn't want human casualties. But the more Oplan Tokham became a thing during the Duterte administration, the more I was convinced that over time they haven't been refining their own operation to stamp out drugs. And it's an ugly thing. For you to ignore the problems that your own operation brings. I like it that you have an aim, but it is not worth it if you don't even improve upon the operations that you have in an administration to stamp out drugs. It's just, where exactly does it come to the equation of a solution to all the problems that were mounting in Oplan Tokham? The administration did not care. Basically, people were getting angry with the mounting casualties. So everything in relation to Oplan Tokham, people had to think about it. Is this even freaking legal? Is this even considered logical in society? It should be considered legal and logical in society only if there is a certain plan. But I think they just winged it. Oplan Tokham, I think, was something they just improvised and then they just went for it, like without a plan and stuff. That's what I think about it. That's what I actually think about it, and it's not a good look for the Duterte administration. All right, that's what I believe. What do you guys think? I'm just being myself and just doing these death matches and shit like that. Okay, I improved my stuff, but I remember things about the Duterte administration, and I hated it. I thought I'd support one thing to actually lower the distribution of drugs, but they just kept finding ways to just exist. I hated how drugs actually affected communities, but I hated it more that mistakes were being covered up at a time when criminals are supposed to be given more of a priority. Mistakes are being covered up, and I hate it. I really do. I really do hate it. Why did they even continue to keep going with that shit, you know? And the reason is, I don't know. I don't have any idea why they even kept going with it. Oh crap. Keep on losing to people. Hello. Oh my Goodness. Machine gun users are OP. Especially if they know how to manage their freaking recoil. Okay, that's close. Close enough. If there's a real fight against terrorism, I gotta say, I know that the times should be changing, but the way we actually deal with terrorists and criminals should have already changed too. The more I believe that these types of games exist, like Counter-Strike and stuff like that, anything that relates to law enforcement existing, and then terrorists being a domestic terrorist or foreign terrorists being a problem in anywhere, the more I believe this game exists, the more I am very convinced that today's problems with the violence we still get are still not fully resolved. Now, I get it that there are problems in different parts of the world in regards to different organizations that are anti-government because of how they were formed and how they discriminate against certain minorities or certain groups of people. But those types of incidences that were happening, they have been dying down ever since. I think for as long as I've been living, of what I hear about the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, the organization itself, I was really feeling that the violence, even though they exist, they were dying down when, I guess, well, not exactly dying down to a point that it died down to quiet. No, it's still there. But every time I remember the Marawi siege, the ISIS Marawi siege, I kind of tell myself that the Philippine government would have challenges the more these terrorist organizations actually exist. Whether they are coming from outside the Philippines or they're still in the Philippines and they're still kind of there. Anti-government forces still exist in the Philippines. We just haven't been hearing any high-profile attacks, and we haven't been hearing these attacks were happening in the most developed of cities like Cebu and Manila and other cities in the Metro Manila area. I just wish those types of things, bombings, terrorist sieges, I just hope that those things are really just behind us. What I'm actually playing here, Counter-Strike, is not to actually glorify the violence, but it's to remind us that there was a period in which the worst time of it happening was a thing that happened. And we should never forget the kind of terrible scars it leaves in our psyche and the kind of trauma it gives us. Because anyone would always have generational trauma when this story is being shared. But that is generational trauma that should be retained. We should never forget that there were mistakes once made. We gotta learn from those mistakes, brothers and sisters. We gotta learn from the mistakes that we had in the past about dealing with terrorists and what we can do to better this world as civilians. I'm a civilian, I've always been, and I'm sticking always to that. During peacetime, and I mean, this has always been how it is. For the longest time, we've been in peacetime. We've never had a major conflict. We've never had a major conflict since, I don't know, nothing. There was no big conflict when the Cold War happened, Soviet Union, the United States, but there were proxy wars. But no major conflict happened ever since the Second World War, okay? I just hope that it really just does not come again. And it only becomes a matter of resolving the nastiest elements in humanity, you know, terrorists who are just going to disrupt the peace and order that we have. I get it that people can actually, the people have their own grievances against governments that actually ignore them or discriminate against them. But today, the times have changed for today. A lot of things can be done to actually express to the government exactly what they want to express without firing a single shot. But at the same time, I fear for the kind of reaction the people would have when it comes to those types of moves. Whether if it's done by social media, by way of propaganda, or other things like recruitment drives. I just hope that during peacetime, I don't get to experience horrors of bloodshed and violence. Okay, check it. Ah, shite. No, man. Nah, I couldn't. Could tap the third. Okay. That's one. It's a bonus because you already got reduced hit points there. Oh my god, that was instant. Damn it. That was instant. Always do single shots with your SMGs if they are at longer ranges than the mid-range. Always do. That was instant. Nice. Oh, sorry. That was a... crap. Ouch. try this again. Oh my god, you were coming from in there. From where I came from, huh? Oh my god. Now that was direct. And that was sudden.
Way to go.
Shit. Ouch. I failed to secure a better plan.
How you doing?
It's gonna take me a while. Okay then. Bing bong. Fine. Yeah. I might have miscalculated by being in the open while I heal. Yo! Okay, I am surrounded in this corner. Holy good! Yo! I can get a little bit more tight, but yeah. If things work— oh shit! No, 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 no. Oh my god, I've been running out. Like, since shit happens, bro. Bing bong. Okay. Yeah. Okay. It was about time anyway. God damn it. Nah, god damn it. Shit! Dude! Like, really? You're everywhere! Oh my god. What's up, you? Ah, god damn it. 3 burst is okay with the promise, but... it's something, but not everything. Not everything, okay? Just saying. It's okay, it's just... There's just a lot of refinement that needs to be done with that shit, you know? Oh shit, wait! Okay. Okay. Oh, hold on. Some over here. Ah. Oh my god. Took another shot before I went down. Bing bong. Oh shit. I keep getting surrounded. Like, damn. Get me a good fight, please. Get me a good fight. Give me one, and maybe I can help myself and shit. Oh, bots. Always like you. Always like you. Fucking bots. Okay. Crap, you know? Yo, give me that shit, dude. Bang bong. Everyone's always got a better aim when they're using the rifle, huh? Ouch. People are invincible when they use the AK, or when they use any assault rifle that's actually accurate too, that's really, really accurate. Ow! Yo! No scope! Yo! What was that? To be the machine gun guy. Gets the revenge on me, huh? Bastard. Stop. Hey, what's up, you? You keep walking, you know? Why are there some bots that keep walking? Maybe because they're using the scope too far? I'm not sure. I am panicking when I get shot at so suddenly. Without hearing them coming. That's how it works and shit. Okay. Why did I have to go full spray there? Oh god. Yep. Ah. Ouch, shoot, dude. How are you doing? Hey, man. Ouch. Yo. Okay. Give me all the good reasons why I'm so tight today. Oh, I'm sorry. Were you expecting medevac? Oh shit, wait, you're French. I keep forgetting. I don't know if you got medevac if you're French, but whatever. If you don't, okay, sure. But still, medevac should be something. Medical evacuation. Is that the meaning of medevac? I guess. Yeah. Okay. I suddenly remembered Black Hawk Down, you know, because of the term medevac. It's military. It's U.S. military jargon, actually. I think in Black Hawk Down, it's the Marine branch that's actually there in Somalia. Yeah, that's what I remember. Yeah. 83 and 4? That is something. Damn it. Instead of just doing it shot by shot, I gotta like do wise shot and then cover if I can't aim well. That was fast! Of course it had to be that close, and it was fast. UMP-45 too. Okay. Yo? Oh my god, he only turned once, and he got me. Of course, that's just how it works. AI bots do that shit, I guess. Ow. Straight up headshot from a shotgun at that range. Damn. Whew. How are we more equipped on this shit? How are we more equipped? Hello. I'm prepared to do premieres instead of just doing the usual scheduling, but I just got to be sure that I actually just put shorts promos at the next day after the premieres. I got to stop bitching around. I really just think that I got to stop bitching around. I really do. I missed. Oh my god, bruh, are you serious? Seriously, the fuck? Oh my goodness. Whatever. Guys, I got some stuff to do, so maybe another time, yeah? Maybe another time.